Hello everyone, in this video, we will dive deeper into one of our modules, the data table. Our data table module is designed to help you easily gather, organize, and analyze data from various sources. It's a flexible and customizable way to view your data in a tabular format, allowing you to quickly sort, filter, and identify key insights that can help drive success and growth. So, let's not wait any further and get straight into it. To access the Data Table module, simply click the Data Table menu on the left sidebar. If this is your first time creating a table or worksheet, don't worry, it's easy to start. Just click on the New Data Table button to begin. Once you've done that, you'll be redirected to the table setting page, where you can customize your table name and description. The author field will automatically be filled with your name, but you can change it later. After filling in the necessary information, click the Save Changes button to create your new table. You can view a list of all the tables you've created before by returning to the main data table page. But wait, there's more. To gather data in your table, you'll need to create worksheets inside it. You can create multiple worksheets inside each table, which can be useful if you need to collect different data types for a specific process. Let's create a worksheet in the Data Table module. To begin, click on the Add icon and a pop-up will appear, prompting you to enter a worksheet name and choose a worksheet source. The source of your worksheet is crucial because it determines where your data comes from. You have two options: Form Builder and Workflow. Gathering data from Form Builder means that all the data in your worksheet will come from the submitted responses of the selected form. For example, select the Minutes of Meeting form to list your meeting information in a table format. On the other hand, gathering data from Workflow means that the data will come from initiated workflow data, such as the workflow name, initiated date, all other general data, and even the data from each task included inside your selected workflow. If your workflow includes a task to fill out a form, you can also gather data from that respective form. For instance, you can select the Nonconformity Management workflow to track nonconformities in your company. Aside from gathering data from Form Builder and Workflow, you can also create a worksheet from scratch. This means that you can manually type your data into the worksheets. Let's explore these different sources individually and create worksheets tailored to your needs. Let's pick the first example, creating a worksheet from Form as the source. To start off, choose Form Builder as a source. Next, select the Minutes of Meeting form and fill in the worksheet name. To end off the process, click the Save Changes button. That's all it takes for the first step. Right-click on Column 1 and select Edit Column to bring up the right side pane. From there you can choose from Text, Drop-down, Numeric, and Original Data. For this example, let's choose Original Data, and a list of data will appear. Each item on the list represents a component from your form, and you can see the type of data from its respective icon. Let's say we want to gather data on the meeting details. We will name the column as Meetings Title and save your changes. The data will automatically tabulate in rows if you already have form responses. If you still need to, you can start collecting data using your Form Builder feature. You can continue by clicking the Add Column button and repeating the process, and can even gather data that includes images, files, and tables. In this example, we can select the Show Task link to view the list of tasks within the workflow. Moving on, let's create a worksheet with Workflow as the source. By clicking on the plus icon tab, you can give a name to your worksheet and choose the workflow source. For instance, if you want to track the list of nonconformities in your company, select the Nonconformity Management workflow as the source. After clicking the Save Changes button, you need to set up the respective columns. The process is similar to choosing Form as the data source. Since we chose Workflow as the data source, we would be shown a different data set. From here, you can filter the data from General Workflow or data from task groups if your workflow has multiple tasks. To choose the generic workflow data, select General in the task field, followed by the workflow information, such as the initiator, initiation date, workflow status, and ongoing task status. On the other hand, if you select a task group, you will subsequently need to select a specific task. For instance, to fill form collaboratively. From here, more details from this task would be shown, such as task name, due date, remarks, and etc. We will now speed things up to show you what is possible for a data table that tabulates all nonconformity information. The name of the requester, date of the request, NC case number, case description, and even the status of your nonconformity workflow are typical data we might be interested in. If there is more data you would like to track here, feel free to add more columns respectively. Experience the ease of creating customized worksheets from scratch with just a few clicks. To do that, click the Add icon. Fill in your desired worksheet name and select the Create Worksheet from Scratch checkbox option. Let's create a worksheet to track daily attendance in your organization. With our intuitive interface, you can easily add columns and set the data type for each column, whether text, drop-down, or numeric. For this example, add a column for the attendee name, set the data type as text, and save your changes. Need to track attendance type? No problem at all. Add another column, set the data type as a drop-down. List down all of your selected options, and save your changes. But that's not all. You can also add a column for the attendee's ID number, set the data type as numeric, and save your changes. From here, you can easily fill in the respective data for each row. Whenever necessary, you can easily add new rows and keep your data up to date and organized. Don't waste any more time struggling with complicated spreadsheet programs, as our data table will allow you to tabulate all data from your business processes in one single location. We've covered the basics of creating tables and worksheets. And now, let's explore some additional features that can help you manage them more efficiently. One such feature is the visibility settings, which allow you to control who can view and edit the table and its worksheets. To access the table's visibility settings, click on the Table Settings and select Visibility Settings. You'll be presented with a pop-up window where you can add team members and specify their permissions, such as view or edit access, the ability to add or delete worksheets, and even export the table. Once you've made your changes, click the Done button to apply them. Lastly, let's talk about exporting your data. For worksheets based on a form, you can export rows or multiple rows as CSV. Preview the data source to see the response in the Form Builder module, or edit data. Changes made to responses will automatically update in the cells on the worksheet. For worksheets created from scratch, you can export rows or multiple rows as CSV. Delete an entire row of data or delete specific data in a cell. Double-click on the cell to edit its content. Then click the Save button to save any changes made. In addition, you can export the entire worksheet by clicking the Export button, and search for specific data by typing in a keyword in the search field. If you eventually decide a table is irrelevant to your company, you can archive it by clicking the Archive button. Those archived tables can still be accessed by selecting Archives and restoring them, or deleting them permanently. We hope this video has been informative and provided a better understanding of how the data table module works. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.